for China, that would be a very devastating situation in the longer term, going 6 months or 1 year out. It would create huge employment problems, and many Chinese companies would be closed down, and a lot of social unrest might happen as a result. But in any case, I don't think this situation will sustain for too many days, as both sides now are really under pressure to come together and sit down around a table to negotiate. I think there are some instruments that the Chinese side could or maybe already implementing, including the renminbi exchange rate, right? So making the renminbi depreciate by 15% or 20% or more, or whatever they would be willing to go with. So that could actually offset a lot of the damage by the high tariffs being imposed. And then ultimately, of course, China might restrict the export of many of the necessity products that American households need, as a way to pressure the Trump team to accept some conditions, such as cutting tariff rates and so on. If the 104% additional tariffs added together would actually stay around for the next 6 months or longer, yeah, that would actually lead to a real effective decoupling between the American and Chinese economies. Yes. If they have to pay, additional tariffs when they export to the U.S. market, then they probably want to spread the new costs in some way to other countries or economies with which they have some trading relations. So this is why many experts have been worried about this U.S. effort would actually launch a worldwide trade war, not just between the U.S. and other countries, but also among other countries.